Right now, ICE is going after the most dangerous group in America. College kids. Yeah, I see these little protesters out there with their little signs with peace signs and hearts on them. They're out there holding hands in the quad. Some of them smoking reefers. Thank God we have strapped federal agents rolling up in dozens to take down one of these little kids at a time. The most efficient use of my tax dollars I've ever seen. Yeah. ICE is somehow, they have like a El Salvadorian team and then the rest is dedicated to college kids. Yeah. You guys obviously know what ICE is, but do you know what ICE stands for? Israel's coming for everybody. You know. You know. But kind of though. Kind of though, right? ICE is really putting a lot into these college kids. And not just any college kids, it's pro-Palestine protesters. And if you've been watching over the last few months, they've been like in groups just rolling up and kidnapping these kids, detaining them and threatening to deport them, which is already, questionable and also just like pretty alarming if you're a student here on a visa with a point of view, that people should live. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, what's next? Am I going to jail? It's pretty scary, even just as like a third-party observer who's, calling ICE frequently myself. It's pretty alarming to watch these students just get straight up abducted and handcuffed and just like roughed up in that way. And it was scary for a minute, because if you've been paying attention recently, you would see that one by one, each one of these kids is winning their cases. One by one. Thanks to something called a due process in the Constitution. And so thankfully the law is starting to work again. However, it's not over. There's a lot of battles that are ongoing. There is one major case that's kind of at the center of all of this, and that is keep your eyes on a man named Mahmoud Khalil. Keep your eyes on this guy. Mahmoud Khalil, if you're not familiar, is a Syrian immigrant of Palestinian origin who moved to the United States on a scholarship to Columbia University. He's a very smart kid. There's absolutely no arguing that. And during his time on campus, he was very active in the pro-Palestine protests, specifically protesting the genocide in Gaza. The U.S. government didn't like this because they're the ones doing genocide. So it's kind of a conflict of interest for them. So they sent federal agents to straight up kidnap him and took him to detention in Louisiana. Which at that point is like, just get me out of the country. You know what I mean? Like personally, I don't know what it's like to almost be deported, but like you take me to detention in Louisiana, like just send me home. You know what I mean? Like that's too swampy for me in there. And they don't get my mouth jokes, so yeah, they straight up kidnapped him, mind you, while his wife was pregnant. It was abusive. So everybody saw this and like, yo, government, like what's up with that? Like you're always known for being so kind-hearted. Like why did you suddenly switch teams like that? And the government's like, we had to get this guy, okay, because he's a terrorist. You're like, why? What's your proof? He's like, well, he was on campus handing out terrorist pamphlets, probably giving out little terrorist gummy bears with it too. We saw him looking at the students. He was giving them the terrorist smile. You're like, wow, this is some really good evidence. What do you have as proof? Like, here's a picture of Mahmoud smiling. And you're like, wow, so you have nothing. That's all they have is just pictures of him smiling. Look up a picture of Mahmoud Khalil. He's like the sweetest looking guy. Every picture of him, he's just smiling wearing a pink polo shirt. Like he looks like he'll you up in chess. You know what I mean? Like, he looks like he'll give you a hug. You'd be like, wow, that was a really good hug. Like, he's a teddy bear. He's adorable. Like, dude, like, why'd you choose him as your fear campaign to try to suppress the movement? Like, I have 3 cousins who look like terrorists. I could have helped you out. One of them actually might be a terrorist. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You could use them, you know? But you chose the sweet, innocent looking teddy bear guy, you know? It's like, you up, government, man. You up. You got to give it to the government. They tried, man. They tried to make this fear campaign. They gave it a good college try. But they messed up. They messed up because I don't know if you can tell by his name, but Mahmoud Khalil is Arab, okay? And every Arab knows 7,000 lawyers. They're all in our families. Any typical brown family, you're either doctor, lawyer, engineer. That's it. Khalas. Doctor, lawyer, engineer. Right? Yes, 1 out of 1,000 times, stand-up comedian. Okay? Somewhere along the line, someone makes a wrong turn, has to deliver the message. Okay? But typically, doctor, lawyer, engineer. Okay? So 1/3 of my family is lawyers by blood. Okay? Yeah. And I almost went to law school. Almost. So I can say confidently, the Arab lawyers, we good. Yeah, we good. Are there any Arab lawyers in here? Okay. Well, one. Yeah, we good. We good. The government, they went after Mahmoud Khalil because he's on Columbia campus. Columbia is like the hub of the Palestine protests in the nation. And so they thought if they get this guy, because he was a leader of their movement, it's going to set an example nationwide to suppress the movement. That's what they thought. But they messed up because Mahmoud Khalil already had like 100 lawyers ready to go. And Arab lawyers, I'm telling you, we good, like, we good, okay? Arab lawyers, we will you up, okay? In the courts. Not the basketball courts, okay? But the legal courts, okay? Yeah, people say we're terrorists, we're mental terrorists, for sure, dude. We'll you up with some logic games, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, it's true. Arabs fundamentally understand how to use the law. Okay? Why? Because we were kind of around when the law was invented. Okay? To start civilization, you're going to need laws. So Mahmoud Khalil, he has an amazing legal team already. And if you don't believe me, you think I'm just talking because I almost went to law school, okay? I mean, like, almost. Like, I looked into tuition and everything. And it was too much. And if you don't believe me, let me give you an example of how badass Arab lawyers are in a way that you probably don't even know, okay? Are you aware that in the United States, every Middle Eastern person is considered white? Did you know this? Yes. When I fill out a census form, I have to check the white bubble. Okay? Yeah. You've come to see a white man tonight. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. This is not a DEI show. No. I earned this, okay? I earned this. I'm doing this for all the other whites, okay? We're out here, man. We're out here. We're out here. We're proud, right, guys? Come on. But yeah, I can't say it enough. I'm white, okay? And there's a reason for this. There's a reason why we're considered white. It's because there was a major court case that was won in 1909, okay? 1909, which is a year that none of us wanted to be alive in. Okay? Yeah. Even us white people. No? Okay? Not a good year for any of us, okay? And in 1909, in the United States, there was a Syrian immigrant, much like Mahmoud Khalil, who moved to the United States to pursue a better life for him and his family. He moved to Los Angeles and wanted to be a police officer, okay? Not my first choice of profession. Personally, I wouldn't come here as a foreigner and be like, LAPD, let's go. That's what he wanted to do. Bless his heart. And he wanted to protect and serve his community. And one night, he's patrolling his neighborhood, just doing his job, and there's this drunk kid, maybe late teens, early 20s, running around, breaking things, cursing, starting fights. Could have been from Manchester, Connecticut. I don't know. So, rightfully so, the Syrian immigrant arrests the kid. And as he's arresting the kid's like, oh, do you know who my father is? That's never a good sign when you hear that. And it turns out this kid's dad was one of the most prominent lawyers in the LA area. And immediately, the lawyer dad took the Syrian immigrant to court, charged him, saying that he had no right to arrest his son because he was, quote, not a real American.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which, I know there's some immigrants in here like, hey, that's a compliment. No, it's not. It's a mean thing to say. This guy is just trying to blend in, live a better life. Mind you, the Syrian immigrant, his name was George. Can you get any more American of a name than George Washington? You know what I mean? It wasn't Washington. It was like, it was something else. It was like George Khalil or something like that. But still, it's like, come on, man. This guy's just trying to blend in. His name is George. And you're saying he had no right to do his job properly because he's not a real American? But they made a mistake. They made a mistake because George was Arab and already had 100 lawyers ready to go. He had him on his speed dial, okay, on his rotary phone. He was ready. And so he assembles a legal team from the Arabs in his community. They're all his cousins. And they put together a case. And they really worked hard on it. And immediately they took it to the city court, won that. They took it to the state court, won that. They made it all the way to the Supreme Courts of the United States. This is crazy. You can look this up. I'm not making this up. I had to do research for this, okay? I almost was a lawyer. In 1909, a Syrian immigrant makes it in front of the Supreme Court of the United States. That's unheard of. Arab lawyers, man. Arab, look, we the bomb. You know what I'm saying? I could pick a better, whatever. We good. Now, unfortunately, in 1909, having an Arab lawyer at the Supreme Court was not very en vogue. So they had to hire white lawyers to represent George in court. So they had the white lawyers, but the white lawyers got other counsel from the Arab lawyers in his community. So it was basically Arab lawyers in whiteface. It was a reverse Trudeau situation. And so in 1909, these lawyers, they get in front of the Supreme Court. They get in front of a Supreme Court judge, and they're like, Your Honor, we are here today to prove that my client, George, is innocent, that he is, in fact, a real American, because he's white. And that is our case. And the whole courtroom's like, what the f*** are you talking about? Like, he's not white. Like, we see how the beard curls, you know what I mean? He's got like a 9 o'clock shadow, you know? Like, this whole courtroom smells like olive oil. He's not white. Okay? They're like, no, Your Honor, we'll prove it, We're just gonna ask a few questions, okay? First question, Your Honor. Exhibit A, where is my client from? The judge's like, L.A. He's like, no, where is he from? And then the judge is like, the Middle East. And the lawyer's like, more specifically. And the judge is like, the Levant, the Levantine region. And the lawyer's like, nailed it. Next question. Your Honor, Exhibit B. Who is your Lord and Savior? The judge starts to sweat. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ, of course. That's the only one you're allowed to have in 1909. And the lawyer's like, nailed it. Sorry. We just have one more question, Your Honor. Your Honor, Exhibit C. Where is your Lord and Savior from? And now the judge is in a pool of sweat. He's like, you know what? Your client, George, is innocent because he's white. From then on, they made all Middle Eastern people in America white because they would rather make Middle Eastern people white than make Jesus Christ brown. Arab lawyers, dude. Diabolical. So I'm I'm calling it right now. Mahmoud Khalil is going to win his case. Because he's white.
Yep.
Since 1909.